Welcome to Granny Shift, and I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
And we're back after a short hiatus.
Yes.
We're back and feeling better.
Ryan's voice is mostly back, and mine's about to leave me.
So it's a perfect opportunity. I'm a little froggy in the throat.
Ryan's passing his frog on to me.
That's right.
We're not sure how the transition's happening, but
That's how good friends do it.
It was weird. No, it is weird. I don't know if this. I did definitely start getting a cold like 2 days ago, and I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna sound like a weirdo like Ryan.
Yeah. I mean,
but I don't know if it's the same cold.
it felt weird to like cancel the podcast, but like
Oh, you were terrible.
I couldn't talk.
No, like we played Apex Legends together, and you were on your mic, and I was like, "Who? Oh, that's Ryan talking." And I'm like, "You sound so bad." Like I almost wanted to mute you. It was that bad.
I went to work that first day, that Monday, and people thought that I was joking.
Yeah, you sound like
they're clear your throat. I'm like, I can't. This is just my voice now.
You sounded like an 80-year-old man going through puberty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a Benjamin Button type of thing.
Oh, what's that? I should know, but okay. Everybody that knows what that is gets it.
Yeah.
I don't.
All right. So
All right.
we were going to go from memory on this episode, but we decided there's too much amazing content.
There's literally no content, but interesting, like, things that are hard to remember. Like, let's take this first line, for instance.
Okay.
The first line of the minute 46 is Twink.
Yeah, Twink. Bout wow.
Twink saying, "Man, you talk to the little dude who makes you laugh." What does that mean?
So he was saying that, like, these girls.
Yeah, they're in the nightclub.
Right. And, like, after a hard day of modeling, what do you do when you're tired and you don't want to get hit on by all these, guys on the street? And so what do you do?
Sean's wondering how he does it. And he's saying, man, you talk to the little dude who makes you laugh. Like, that's his deal. He's like, I'm the little dude. I'm the little high schooler that makes the girls laugh.
You know who never ends up with a girl?
The funny guy.
The little dude who makes you laugh.
Oh, the little guy.
The little dude who makes you laugh. Like, oh, Twink, you're so cute.
Yeah.
I'm going to go off with Jocko over there.
But he's mean to you, and he doesn't treat you right.
Yeah, but he's muscular.
And tall.
Yeah. And he's got a big
car.
Attitude.
Wow.
He's got big car energy.
All right, so we got the first line.
All right.
Man, you talk to the little dude who makes you laugh.
And Sean's
like, yeah.
That's you?
Yeah. And he's like, they're kind of giggling and talking. And it's a club, so it's like real loud. And Twink's like, I tear it up.
He's like, I don't just think outside the box. I tear it up.
And
he like tries to be serious, but he's like
laughing with a weird smile.
Yeah, he's like, I'm so proud of you, dude.
And then
yesterday when I met you, I didn't think you were this type of person.
Yeah. And like Twink acknowledges somebody across the room of this nightclub where everybody's dancing. It says, yo, and holds up a Snickers.
Yeah, I think 2 Snickers, right?
2 Snicker bars. And he says, yo, Americano Snickers and
stuff.
It
almost sounds like he's talking Japanese.
And he walks off.
But like Americano, is that Japanese for American?
That's Spanish for American.
Yeah. So who's he talking to?
I don't know. But Sean has this weird smile on his face the whole time.
Yeah.
And you know what this reminds me of? When you're at the club and it's like fun and you're having a good time and your buddy's like saying something to you and you're like,
you can't hear it.
You can't quite tell what he's saying.
But he's excited.
And you're like, yeah. And then he walks off and you're like, all right, man. That's what it looked like happened.
I can't wait to find out what he was saying. All right. But Sean doesn't get to stay and enjoy the party.
No. Him and Han sees him from across the room and says, Sean, and calls him over.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
Sean follows him through.
He's going to the back room.
They're in a back room right now.
Right.
It's a back room of the back room.
Yeah.
Sean follows him in with a couple girls.
And a new song starts playing, which took me back to like my Jeddah days.
Oh, yeah. This was a song we actually jammed to. It wasn't just from this movie. Like, they paid some money to get this on their playlist.
Yeah, back in high school, me and Jason were into big subwoofers.
Oh, yeah. Ryan won this big subwoofer contest. Ryan had 2.
I did not compete in a big subwoofer contest.
I mean, if we were comparing subwoofer lengths, yours were longer.
Mine were definitely longer.
So
I didn't have a ported box, so
right.
Had some problems there.
So I had 215s, which by most people's standards would be 15 inches is pretty big.
That's a pretty big sub.
Yeah.
I feel like you're like typical like baseline sub, like a stock sub in the back of a SUV or minivan might be like an 8-inch.
Right. And then like people got 10s, and then somebody
Two
had a
10s
12-inch.
Like, oh man, right.
Whoa.
A single 12.
Yeah.
And you had 215s.
Maybe
You
that's
had in a box that you made, the pink one?
no.
Or was that
no,
a
no,
single?
That was Shannon's. So I had it was like a tuned. You like tuned it to a certain hertz or something. I don't even remember how that worked. But it was 215s. I made Shannon a box. Well, me and her made it together, which had a 12, but that had a nasty 12 in it. I don't even remember what it was, but it was way louder than my 215s. And it weighed like 75 pounds. It was huge. Man, I don't even remember.
But that was
what
like your like project in high school. You did that in like woodworking
yeah,
or
so
something?
my 215s. So you had to do a graduation project in high school. So people like did like service projects or like different stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to build a subwoofer box. Because you could literally do anything. And you had to like, you just had to talk it up. And then you went and presented it in front of a couple teachers. They approved it. And then I passed it. Yeah, so I got to build myself a subwoofer box.
Remember you talking about the physics of the sound traveling through, you like had baffles and you had like, you're like, it wasn't just like a single hole port. It was like a whole length of the box port, if I remember correctly.
No, I had like tubes. There's 4 tubed ports, and then the
okay.
diameter and the length of them changed the tuning on the box, which was like, it would change how loud it was or where the bass hit the hardest, I guess.
Yeah.
A lot of it, to be honest, is just like
made up
BS.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Like I knew more than them, and that's all. Yeah,
it sounds like most of my conversations when talking about car audio back in the day.
But like they were loud. They were really loud.
This is my capacitor.
So Ryan had 218s. Let's talk about Ryan a little bit here.
Okay.
Ryan had 218s.
Yeah, 218s.
But let's be honest, the Jetta, that was a handling car. It wasn't a fast car. It was a handling car.
Yeah, my 86 Jetta. Definitely a handling car. Had a strut bar on it. Didn't have power steering, though.
All right, guys.
I feel like it makes it less of a handling car.
We're getting off the rails here. But I went with Ryan to look at this car. Was this the only car we looked at together?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I only looked at
you didn't even drive stick at the
cars.
time.
No, my dad drove it.
Yeah, so we went and looked at it, and the guy was like, well, it's not really fast. It's a handling car. And we're
it's
like,
a 1.6 liter.
And it had like, I guess it had suspension. It had strut bars on it.
Yeah, it was lowered. It was cut coil springs.
Was that what all it was?
Yeah.
Just cut springs.
Yeah.
And it had the custom like metallic teal paint job.
Yeah.
It was a pretty sweet car.
Yeah, except for one primered spot that I never fixed.
It had 2 18-inch subs in the back, and then it had just speakers everywhere, like across the rear back. And then it had like
holes drilled in the dash to add speakers.
Yeah. Lots of them.
6 speakers and 6 tweeters.
And like, to be honest, like my Jeep that I had 215s in had a lot of bass.
Yeah.
Your car had a really loud, balanced sound system. Mine had a ton of bass.
Yes, I remember like my stomach feeling the bass in your car.
Yeah, and yours was just like you would turn it up, and it felt like you're at like a rock concert. Like
right.
Everything was loud.
Right.
Every part of the sound, it was all crystal clear.
Yeah.
You had like 2 head units, and we didn't even know what the one did.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then I taught you how to drive stick.
It had 2 amps as well, an amp for the speakers and an amp for the
it was
sub.
legit. It was legit.
Someone spent way too much money on that.
But I taught you how to drive stick in that car. Not too good, I guess, because you burned the clutch up right away. Within
Did I?
Like the second day, I think.
I don't think so.
Yes, you did.
Did I have to replace the clutch in that?
Yeah, right. Like right away. I barely drove after a little.
So I don't know if anybody's ever driven a Volkswagen stick shift, but reverse is all the way left and up. But there's like a gateway. There's like a gate that you have to press extra hard, or some of them you press down.
And you have to be stopped normally? Yeah. But it doesn't just go right in normally.
Right. So on a normal car, all the way left and up is first. On my car, all the way left and up, no resistance, was reverse. Yeah. So I always had to like find between reverse and third, and it was really difficult.
Yeah, or you just pull out in second and destroy your clutch.
Right. Which I might have done that.
It might have happened.
Anyways, all this to say, in high school, we were into audio. Jason introduced me to the Diplomats.
Oh, right.
Because wasn't Cameron one of those?
Yeah, it was.
Wasn't he in the group?
Killer Cam.
Okay.
And
Joel Santana.
Dipset. Well, anyhow, the song playing in Tokyo Drift right now is There It Goes, the Whistle Song by Joel Santana, which was a part of the Diplomats.
It was probably one of the most popular songs by them.
Especially for that group, because they literally like, I don't even know the word.
But
I'm
that
not gonna try
Purple
to rap
Haze
it,
album by Cameron, that was such
man.
a good album.
So good.
That spent a lot of time on my CD player in that Jetta.
Man, I could really go for a car with subwoofers right now.
Yeah, that would be nice. The best I have right now is our Sienna, which has a subwoofer in it.
Yeah, it's not the same, you know?
It's not. It's like, it doesn't hit at all.
We should build, I still have,
Some MDF board?
I think I still got a sub and an amp
Do you
sitting
really?
around somewhere. Yeah. Like, and a whole, like, speaker wiring set. Like, I'm going to use this someday. Somewhere.
Soon.
Anyhow, okay.
All right, so this song starts playing, the whistle song.
The Dipset song.
Yeah, and we're walking into a shop.
Oh, this is an important moment.
Right, so we see a red Lancer.
So they walked out of the club
Mm-hmm.
into this room, and it turns out to be a car garage because there's like car lifts, and there's a red Evo, which a lot of people are going to recognize. And I'm hoping it's on the lift right now or it doesn't have an engine in it because the wheel gap on this thing is 6 inches or more.
That's just Evos. They're just tall cars.
Not that tall. No way. There's like 6 inches of wheel gap on that.
All right, so we see the Evo. We pan over a little bit.
You get like a West Coast chopper type bike that has, instead of a gas tank, it has 2 nitrous ox.
Right. Totally instead of a gas tank, it's got 2 NOS containers.
Yeah.
So it runs purely on NOS?
Or they put gas in those containers, which is probably
Just to
like
make it look
illegal.
cool?
Like, I don't know how the fire marshal feels about that.
Yeah.
They're
don't
pretty
either.
strict on the gas containers.
But then it's got a pretty cool loft upstairs that we get to see. And in the background, it looks like Twink's car parked back there.
Oh, weird.
There's
Is
like
that
a
supposed to be
green
there?
car.
Yeah, with a fist coming out of the side. It's definitely
Is it?
Twink's car.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. He's there.
Yeah, so that's where he parks.
Sean
so him and Han are like way closer than we ever thought.
Yeah, that's weird. Or we weren't supposed to notice that.
Because how he talks to...
Have we seen Han talk to Twink?
I don't know.
think so.
He like apologizes to DK because he says Monkey didn't get his banana.
I feel like Twink's the guy everybody knows, but he's not like anybody's like guy. He's like, oh, he's here, he's fine, he's just selling stuff though.
Right. It's just weird, a high schooler.
Dude, look at the boombox in the background. Everybody's mom had one of those in her kitchen, right? That she'd play music on while she washed the dishes.
Or did aerobics too.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right, we got.
It played CDs too, or tapes.
What was that? Was that in the background? A yellow car in the background. Am I gonna have to back it up here?
Oh boy. So Sean is nerding out right now, though.
Yeah,
he's like
loving
in
all
heaven.
These.
Oh boy, that's interesting there too. Okay.
All right, down here it is. Is that old Lambo or NSX or?
I think that's a Skyline, a yellow Skyline.
Really?
It looked like a R34 to me.
Right there it is.
Oh no, that's an NSX.
NSX.
It's yellow. Wasn't there a yellow NSX at the car meet too?
Maybe.
I don't know.
All right, so the girls and Han go upstairs, but our boy here is just looking around at everything.
The 350Z. Have we seen that car yet?
I don't think that's Morimoto's.
Well, let's see. We got the stickers on it. I don't even recognize any of them.
No, Mastercraft tires are really proud of that.
I like the wheels in that car though.
Oh, there's
what's on the left here? Subaru?
Yeah, by the headlights, I'm guessing.
Boy.
This looks like another I don't know. I don't want to say what I think it is because I feel like I'm going to be wrong.
I think that's an S13 coupe on the right there.
Yeah.
Which didn't make much of a showing in this movie, I don't think.
I was going to say this was another Silvia, but maybe I'm wrong.
All right, question.
Yeah.
These carts, you see them all the time at shops.
Yeah.
Do your guys like unload their toolbox onto these carts, go over to the car they're working on, and then take the tools off it? Or how's that work?
Neither of my guys have carts like this, but they do have carts. It's like it's a necessity to have carts because you're very rarely working directly in front of your bay.
So you unload a bunch of tools onto it?
No, you probably go to your box. If you know what you're doing, you probably go to your box and be like, okay, I'm going to need this and this and this based on the car. I'm replacing a knuckle. I'm gonna need a 15 and a 12, and
probably
this
17.
ratchet and
Unless
this.
it's a Volkswagen, then you need a 16.
Right.
Like, come on.
And a Torx, every size Torx. And so you carry all that stuff over to the bay. That's where your cart is. You lay it down, and then as you're working, you have to walk to your box and get another tool. You just leave it all in your cart in case you need it again.
Right. Oh, okay.
So you don't necessarily. Your cart stays at the car.
No, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. Like my guys, our bays are 2 cars deep. So when they're working on a car, it's actually an entire bay away from their car, from their actual toolbox.
Oh, okay.
So cart is very necessary.
Right.
Or else you're walking.
Yeah, or you're carrying all your tools.
Yeah, 2 car lengths to and from every time.
Yeah.
You need a place to throw your
tools. I need
tools.
a cart, but then, I don't know. When I need a tool, I got to crawl over like 3 dirt bikes and like,
Yeah. But like if you don't have a cart, even at home if you don't have a cart, a little cart, like you're putting stuff down on your driveway or in the grass and the gravel, and you can never find that 10 mil again. It's gone forever.
There's a lot of 10 mils somewhere. We're all missing that one, you know?
Don't make me laugh, please.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I think you're right. Is it a hatch?
Yeah. Coupe. No. That's a coupe.
Oh, a hatch is
that's
a
13 coupe.
Has a slanted.
Yeah, that's a coupe.
There's an NSX.
Yep, it is. And that just looks like a minivan, but that is Twink's Volkswagen, isn't it?
I got some old stuff in the background.
Yeah, it's like an 86 Jetta back there, man.
No. Is it?
I don't know. We'll never know.
We'll never know. We never see it again.
But the camera pans up to, it's more of a loft. You said they went upstairs.
Oh.
It's like like the second floor of a garage. It's a sweet spot. Like this is like a dream garage, right?
Yeah.
Where you got like the cars down below and then like a bunch of women up on the
right.
This would never happen.
But like
women don't come here to hang out. A garage.
They might.
It smells like exhaust in here.
Ask Fabian. Women like to hang out in a loft above a garage.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That's true. I feel like he's lived there for a while.
Yeah.
He should get a house soon.
The decor feels very like a guy found some furniture like along the side of the road. It's like, this is perfect. We'll throw it in the loft. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, we have a visitor.
All right.
With some shots.
Somebody just brought us something.
We're not live streaming, but we are recording.
Oh, good.
All right.
Oh, what is this? It's got whipped cream on top.
Yeah.
It smells like sheepdog.
Where's yours?
It's a surprise. It's for you guys.
I'm not even sure how I'm going to drink this with the cool whipped cream on top.
I think you'll figure it out. Oh, it's supposed to be smooth.
No.
Why would you laugh?
Is that edible?
What was that?
Cognac.
It's not sweet
terrible.
at all.
People like that?
You guys made fun of me when I coughed.
That's so good. I wish I sipped it.
Yeah. It's more of a sipping.
It was the whipped cream.
Yeah, the whipped cream was bitter compared to the sweet cognac.
Oh, that's the end of our minute.
Wow. Go out on a banger. That's so weird tasting.
That
stuff.
tastes strange.
So cognac is like a brandy?
Like chemicals.
It's like a fruit. Oh, I wasn't supposed to have fruit. It's a fruit fermented.
Oh, yeah. If you don't know, Ryan's on the carnivore diet right now. Actually, I am too. Well, I'm doing carnivore plus fruit, so I found to be
modified
nice,
carnivore.
It's meat-based.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Anyway, so that's the end of the minute. The loft is pretty awesome. I would love to hang out here. I'd love to have this spot. We see some little more weird decorations here.
Yeah, like art show. We'll get into that.
Yeah. But
tune in next time.
Yeah, that's it for minute 46 of the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Thanks Jason for being here. Thanks PC
and our Patreons.
Oh, and our patrons
for all you do for us.
Yeah, you guys
especially
are awesome
financially and all the gifts we give back.
Yeah.
What are we giving away this month? Tune in next minute to find out.
Really? Next minute?
I'm Jason.
And I'm Ryan.
And always remember, winning's winning.
Wow, that was pretty good.
Yeah, we did that good.